Today, we're focusing on one of the most significant benefits available to our military heroes, VA loans. Whether you're active duty or a veteran, understanding VA loans can open doors, literally, to your dream home. So let's dive right in. Welcome to Living in Hampton Roads, the place where military families in Hampton Roads get the best real estate advice. First things first, what exactly is a VA loan? It's a type of mortgage loan backed by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. But here's the best part. It offers some incredible benefits, like zero down payment, no private mortgage insurance, and often lower interest rates compared to conventional loans. To be eligible, you need to meet certain service requirements and get a certificate of eligibility, or COE. Applying for a VA loan might sound daunting, but it's pretty straightforward. Start by obtaining your COE through the VA website or your lender. Next, find a VA approved lender and get pre-approved. This gives you an idea of how much you can borrow. Then the exciting part, house hunting. Once we find your home, you'll complete the loan application and go through the VA appraisal process. The final step, closing the deal and getting those keys. Now let's talk about VA loans right here in Hampton Roads. Our local market is unique, with a vibrant mix of military and civilian communities. Neighborhoods in all 7 cities and even beyond are popular among military families. Let's hear a little about the VA loan from one of the experts, my friend Mike.
Hello, this is Mike Anderson with Atlantic Bay Mortgage, and I'm here to talk to you about VA loans. VA loans, they're really great loan products meant to support the military community, whether you're active duty, veteran, or surviving spouse. There's a handful of perks that I want to make sure everyone's aware of, so that way you can make the best determination on if a VA loan is right for you. The first thing worth mentioning is down payment. There is no down payment required for a VA loan as long as you have full entitlement. So that what that means to you is less out-of-pocket expenses to buy that house and get that mortgage. Also, in my experience, most of the time, the interest rates on VA loans, they tend to be a little bit lower compared to like a conventional loan. So what that means to you is if everything else were equal, you'd be getting a lower monthly payment as you compare the two loan products. Also to that end, there's no private mortgage insurance required. So, if you were obtaining a conventional loan and didn't put down 20%, you'd be paying that monthly mortgage insurance. Same with the FHA loan, but on a VA loan, there's not a monthly mortgage insurance that you would have to pay. So once again, what that means to you is you would have a lower monthly payment. A really big perk that I don't think gets mentioned enough is VA loans are designed to be accessible. So the guidelines for a VA loan are a little bit less rigid, like if you were to compare them to an FHA loan or a conventional loan, and the underwriters have a lot more discretion. So what that means to you is, if you don't have, that perfect credit and you may have, a blemish or two on your report, it doesn't necessarily mean that's a deal breaker. Also on a VA loan, there's no minimum credit score requirement. Now, that being said, every lender's most likely going to have a minimum credit score that they'll do, but the VA themselves does not set a minimum credit score for a VA loan. Another thing worth mentioning that I'm definitely seeing a ton of right now is VA loans are assumable. So what that means is if you have a house on a VA loan and you want to sell your house, you can let that buyer assume your loan in lieu of them going out and getting a new mortgage. So right now where rates are, we are in a slightly elevated rate environment, especially compared to where rates were, 2 or 3 years ago. If you had a mortgage from 2 or 3 years ago, your rate is substantially lower. So if you're selling your house, that's a huge perk to say, hey, you could assume my loan at a 3% interest rate and not have to go get a new mortgage at 6 or 7%. So that's definitely gives you a leg up compared to other people trying to sell their home. Lastly, when it comes time to do a refinance on your mortgage for a VA loan, there's something called an interest rate reduction loan. Essentially, that's a streamlined refinance. So a little less closing cost, way less hoops to jump through. To do the refinance is pretty quick and painless compared to a normal refinance if you weren't doing a VA streamline. So once again, there's definitely a lot of perks to a VA loan. I definitely think it's something to consider if you have VA eligibility. And I'm absolutely here. If you have any questions, you want to talk through something, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thanks, Mike. Mike mentioned the fact that VA loans are assumable. That can be a good selling point for a seller. It can also be good for a buyer. Right now, rates are higher than they've been in the not too distant past. If the house you want to buy was bought with a VA loan and they happen to have a lower or much lower interest rate, that could save you some big time money. There's a few myths about VA loans that I'd like to clear up. Myth number one, you can only use a VA loan once. Not true. You can use this benefit multiple times. I've used it to buy both of my houses. Myth number two, VA loans are only for first-time buyers. Again, not true. Whether it's your first or fourth home, you can use a VA loan. You can even buy some multifamily homes like duplexes with your VA loan. And lastly, some believe that VA loans have overly strict property requirements. The truth? The requirements are reasonable, ensuring the property is safe, secure, and structurally sound. To sum it all up, VA loans are a fantastic benefit for our military members and families, offering affordability and flexibility. If you're considering buying a home in Hampton Roads, a VA loan could be your ticket to home ownership. If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button, drop your questions in the comments, and share this with anyone who could benefit. Also, if you're ready to start your home buying journey, reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below. Shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I've got my Calendly link on there. You can schedule a call. However, you got to get a hold of me. And don't miss next week's video. Thanks for watching. Follow me on social media for more tips. And don't forget to subscribe for the latest in real estate insights. Talk soon.